Being the very first K-pop girl group to perform as the headliner of Coachella, aka the most influential music festival in the world, BLACKPINK has obviously hit the headlines non-stop for breaking the records like no one before. In typical BLACKPINK stages, the show-stopping performances included lots of dramatic elements, including pink fireworks, dazzling visuals, and of course, custom-made and astronomically expensive designs. Turning up as one of the most powerful girl groups for the 90-minute performance, each member changed 3 outfits in total. Yet a little bit different from their usual outfit choices for BLACKPINK's concerts, where the girls would exclusively wear designs from brands they've been endorsing, they went for a mix of brands in this monumental Coachella feature. 1. Custom-made black and pink outfits. Entering Coachella, the 4 turned up in outfits spotting their signature colors, black and pink, specifically designed by Dolce & Gabbana and Michael No. However, BLACKPINK didn't forget to incorporate a sense of South Korean culture into their epic opening by overcoating the modernized hanbok by Owar and Kumdanje. While each member wore a different design, a consistent theme was maintained, as they all dressed in simple shorts mixed with sophisticated tops, highlighted by trendy strips of flowing pink chiffon, which was attached to each member's hips to amp up the drama as they moved on stage. To reflect the personal style of each girl, different styles, forms, and accessories were also incorporated. Unfortunately, since these were custom-made designs, prices were non-disclosed, which actually also made sense, as the designers had no intention of selling the second ones either. Jisoo, who typically embraces more feminine looks, was given a halter top unified by pleated details and a noticeable pink flower in the middle, wisely referring to her successful solo hit, Flower. Carrying an almost contrasting vibe, Jennie appeared tougher in a cropped leather jacket paired with a pink corset, representing her signature sexy and rebellious aura. Most famous for her elegant yet also empowered image, Rosé showed up in a black romp featuring her favorite V-shaped neckline and a black leather belt, flaunting the ant waist size and smooth bodyline. Lisa's outfit was also custom-made, but it didn't come from Dolce & Gabbana, but rather from a Vietnamese designer, Michael No. Surprisingly, there was still harmony between her outfit and the rest, considering the matching materials and colors, and simultaneously, her free-spirited and powerful pop star aura was also perfectly portrayed through the shoulder-padded detail of the crystal-embellished top, as well as the sexy lace-up shorts. Before moving on to the next outfits of the girls, and seeing how mind-boggling their price tags could be, I want to talk a little bit about netizens' reactions towards these very first headlining designs. Most people were let down by the rather peasant and outdated vibe of the fits, especially those made by Dolce & Gabbana. Compared to the proposed design, there was a huge difference between the idea and the execution, mostly resulting from the rusty fabric choice, as well as questionable manufacturing. Especially for the outfit of Jennie, it wasn't hard to see that the embellishing details were poorly executed, and her corset top turned out to be way less attractive than the design on paper. For Lisa's outfit, some wondered if the ruffle strips were sewed in at the last minute to maintain the consistent theme with the others. But still, it looked most acceptable for a flamboyant music festival performance. 2. Black and silver group outfits. Due to the exclusivity and scarcity of BLACKPINK's Coachella outfits, the exact price for the designs worn by Jisoo, Rosé, and Lisa in the act's black and silver theme wasn't disclosed yet. But according to Fashionista, Grace Elwood was the mastermind behind the 3 stunning appearances. Despite following the full black concept, which was believed to spotlight the powerful and fearless side embodied by the color black in BLACKPINK, the girls didn't appear to be boring or predictable, thanks to designs with bold cutouts and asymmetrical detail. Not only that, the outfits were also designed to highlight each member's figure, wisely showcasing the unique figures and beauty of the girls. Particularly for Rosé, as she possesses an extremely flowy bodyline and a tiny ant-sized waist, the cutouts for her top were maxed out to flaunt the admirable figure. Maintaining the consistent theme with the first black and pink outfit, strips of chiffon were attached around her hips, yet to give the fit a more dynamic feeling, a silver belt mimicking an ammo strip was added to her shorts. While the price for this bedazzling design wasn't disclosed, the values of her Tiffany & Co. necklaces and the platform boots by Dr. Martens were already enough to leave people speechless. According to Style BLACKPINK, Rosé layered 3 silverwares for this outfit, and the total price amounted to $79,450, one of which cost a whopping amount of $75,000 for being fully beaded with diamonds. For the punk-inspired boots, they were sold at $420 as a special design created in a collaboration between Dr. Martens and Rick Owens. As for Jisoo and Lisa, besides the fact that their gorgeous appearances were the artwork of Grace Elwood, information and price tags of other accessories weren't found out. However, netizens are still amazed by the sophistication of their outfits, as they perfectly capture the woman empowerment image BLACKPINK represents, yet also gave a big shout out to the girls' individual colors. Particularly, as Jisoo has always preferred harmony and simplicity while refraining from a too revealing style, her outfit stuck to the basic mix and match between a long-sleeve crop top with beaded embellishments and shorts with symmetrical fringes on the waist, adding curves to her slender figure. In contrast, Lisa's outfit caught eyes with bold cutouts, especially for her shorts. As we all know about her love for shoulder-padded garments and experimentalism in fashion, her top was made asymmetric, with the highlight being lots of gems embedded around the shoulder area. Out of the four, Jennie's outfit was said to be most netizens' pick, and according to Style BLACKPINK, it was created by layering two of the latest designs from RUI, which cost about $841 in total. As the top was the spotlight, her bottom wear was kept simple to balance out the fit. Here, she wore the basic ruffled black shorts paired with over-the-knee leather boots from Maison Margiela, which were sold at $1,085. 3. Jisoo's solo outfit. Bringing her addictive solo debut hit Flower to the Coachella stage, Jisoo burnt it up with a fire red design by David Koma. To create this masterpiece, the designer house had hand-linked each specifically designed pliable flower to one another. Also, to represent the undying wish to thrive, which was also the message in Jisoo's Flower, where she specifically talked about a new blooming cycle at the end of the MV, the dress was made to be asymmetric, where flowers were extended to the right front, at the same time making Jisoo appear taller and more elegant. Unfortunately, the price of this gorgeous dress wasn't disclosed, since this item, which was part of the ready-to-wear Autumn-Winter 2023 collection, must be directly contacted to David Koma for the price. Paired with the stunning design was a pair of patent leather gloves, also from David Koma, whose value was $1,530. 4. Lisa's solo outfit. Portraying the flamboyant and dominant vibe of money, Lisa presented herself in the most exuberant design by Yuki Ki. However, due to the deep cutout of the neckline, stiff metallic material flowing along the dress, and extra lengths of the skirt and train, this futuristic and royal design was cut short by BLACKPINK's Cordies and layered outside a long-sleeve semi-sheer metallic bodysuit by Mugler. With such an alteration, obviously, the uniqueness of the dress decreased. But considering how Lisa was the main dancer, and the choreography of Money also required her to execute big, constant moves, the outfit worn that day was the perfect option, simultaneously serving the purposes function-wise, helping her move confidently around, as well as visual-wise, capturing the crazy power and crazy richness held by Lisa. As this was a look from Yuki Ki's Shanghai Fall 2022 collection, the price wasn't publicly disclosed, but rather, it was only available to those who were really interested in owning one. 5. Rosé's solo outfit. Effortlessly slaying the headlining stage of Coachella 2023 and being called the member best carrying all performances, Rosé's impression in the hearts of people grew even more when she appeared in the edgy design of Paco Rabanne. With the sophisticated silver circular rings flowing along the dress, it's very likely that this masterpiece was also a handmade work of art. However, BLACKPINK's Cordies didn't seem to be 100% satisfied with the design. So, when it came to Rosé's outfit, they had it modified to be shorter and bolder. To better flaunt the slender shoulders of Rosé and avoid repeating the same look from her first group outfit, the neckline was changed from the V-shape to the halter style, adding a warrior-esque vibe to her presence. As the asymmetrical hemline is super in vogue in 2023, the Cordies continue to create another look following this style, completely cutting off the upper part and keeping only the lower one to shape it into an asymmetrical short dress for Rosé. As a look from the Paco Rabanne Spring 2023 collection, the price for this experimental design wasn't published. However, Rosé's look that day was still crazy expensive, as the wrap necklace from Tiffany & Co. alone was already valued at $3,500, and her Doc Martens boots were $420, as mentioned earlier. Besides, since there wasn't much information about the leather jacket Rosé wore at the beginning of her Gone performance, the price for that wasn't disclosed either. 6. Jennie's solo outfit. Quickly going viral worldwide after her headlining feature at Coachella 2023, and also the most trending member on Twitter US, Jennie obviously had one of the best moments of her career here. Performing the hit You and Me that was just introduced when BLACKPINK started their world tour, Jennie took over people's hearts with a fashionable look from Jisoo. While she still pursued the ballet-esque theme that has created for You and Me an elegant yet also daring vibe, her image was completely refreshing, as the top was purely made out of pearls, an unprecedented material compared to the previous ones used for her solo stage outfits. As creative and meticulous as Jennie has always been, she even removed the sheer skirt on stage to better slay the newly written bold and nasty rap verse. Personally, I love most of the looks for the historic feature of BLACKPINK at Coachella this year. However, I also agree with many people that the Cordies could have done better with the black pink outfits the girls wore at the beginning of the performance. since the pink hue was a bit 2007 and didn't really portray well the cute girly side of Pink in BLACKPINK.